At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 775-751-0349. You're watching KPVM News 46. Week in Review with Deanna O'Donnell. And Jason Koblenz.
Welcome to News 46's Week in Review, your number one source for local news. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Jason Koblenz.
A well-known volunteer has been taken into custody alleging that he has sexually abused a vulnerable person. 69-year-old Michael Allen Mack has been taken into custody. He's being charged with abuse of a vulnerable person, prevent or dissuade a victim from reporting, and sexual assault of a vulnerable person. Michael Allen Mack is known around town for belonging to the Kiwanis Club, helping out with the Holiday Task Force, as well as being connected to Three Square Church and helping out with Path of Hope. Mack has also served on several advisory boards. He also has connections to No to Abuse. Michael Allen Mack was arrested and booked into the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. His arraignment was held this morning in Kent Jasperson's courtroom. His bail has been set at $65,000. According to the Nye County Sheriff's Office press release, they have asked the media to protect the identity of the victim in this case and that no further details will be released. Detectives, however, are concerned that there may be additional victims and ask anyone if they have any information regarding this case to contact the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 751-7000. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
A second person has been arrested in relation to the sexual assault case. This suspect is 81 years old.
81-year-old Arthur Albert Gatsky was also taken into custody, according to the press release. During the investigation into the arrest of Michael Allen Mack, it was discovered that there was an additional individual involved in crimes against the one victim in this case. Arthur Gatsky was arrested on April 10th for the following charges: abuse of a vulnerable person, prevent or dissuade a victim from reporting, sexual assault of a vulnerable person. He was booked in the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. His bail has been set at $60,000. If you have any information regarding this case, you're urged to contact the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 751-7000. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. A third suspect, 65-year-old George Quiroga, has now been taken into custody for that alleged sexual assault of a mentally handicapped female. They say it has the mentality of a child. According to the Nye County Sheriff's Office, on April 9th, detectives received a report that Michael Allen Mack had sexually assaulted a vulnerable person. During the investigation, it was determined that this had indeed been occurring and that, in fact, Mack was aware that the victim was actually being sexually assaulted by another, Arthur Gatsky. It was additionally determined that Mack had attempted to keep the victim from reporting the crime. Mack was arrested and booked to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. Detectives also conducted an additional investigation and discovered that Gatsky was indeed engaging in sexual misconduct and in addition was aware that a third individual was also engaged in the same behavior. It was additionally determined that Gatsky attempted to keep the victim from reporting the crime. Gatsky was arrested and booked in the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. Subsequent investigation identified George Quiroga was the third individual also engaged in the sexual misconduct with the victim in this case. He was located and was arrested and booked in the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center on on the following charges: abuse of a vulnerable person, prevent or dissuade a victim from reporting, sexual assault of a vulnerable person. All three suspects are at the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center pending bail. Due to the need to protect the identity of the victim in this case, no further details can be released. However, Nye County Sheriff's Office detectives are concerned that there may be additional victims and ask anyone who has any further information regarding this matter to please contact them at 751-7000. This is Deanne O'Donnell for News 46.
New information has been released regarding the 3 senior citizens who have been taken into custody for sexually assaulting a mentally disabled senior.
According to sources, 69-year-old Michael Mack, who was arrested for sexual assault on a vulnerable person, allegedly has been assaulting the victim for almost a decade. Mack was arrested with an 81-year-old man, Arthur Gatsky, and a 65-year-old George Caroha for the same charges: sexual assault of a vulnerable person, abuse of a vulnerable person, and preventing or dissuading the victim from reporting a crime. Mack is a member of the Kiwanis Club and on the board of Nye Communities Coalition and serves with many other nonprofit groups. The relationship and the details of the trio's involvement with the disabled person has been asked to be kept confidential by investigators to protect the privacy of the victim. The victim reportedly told police after being repeatedly threatened with physical violence, and also was allegedly told that she would be sent to a group home if the incidents were reported. She told police about the repeated abuse, in which Mack allegedly confirmed to investigators. Police say all suspects were aware that the victim had a mental capacity of a child. Mack was taken into custody on April 9th and booked in the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center, where he is being held in lieu of $65,000 bail. A formal court setting is scheduled for April 16th. According to the booking report, Mack has no prior criminal history. Gatsky is being held at Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center in lieu of $60,000 bail. George Caroha has been released from custody on his own recognizance for medical reasons. The Nye County Sheriff's detectives stated in a press release that they were concerned that there may be additional victims. Anyone who has any information about this case is urged to contact them at 751-7000. This is Deanne O'Donnell for News 46. And 3 people were injured in Tuesday's Lone Star College stabbing, and they were also discharged from the hospital. 2 others remain there in good condition after last week's random stabbing attack near Houston, Texas. Arrested is a 20-year-old deaf student at the school named Dylan Quick. Quick has been charged with carrying out the bloody stabbing rampage at the Lone Star College's Cyfair campus yesterday afternoon. He is said to be forthcoming with investigators, saying that he has had fantasies of stabbing people since he was 8 years old and that he had been planning Tuesday's spree for some time. A total of 14 people were injured with what is being called a utility razor knife. This is Deanne O'Donnell for News 46.
And we'll be right back with more of your Newsweek in Review right after this.
Join us at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino with the #1 gaming experience and entertainment. The Pahrump Nugget has the #1 dining experience at Stockman Steakhouse, Golden Harvest Cafe, and the Gold Miners Buffet. Come get your game on at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.